All right, so listen, we're back, right? Apparently my live froze for some reason, right? This is the bullshit I'll be talking about. They be fucking with my lives, bro. So before I came live this morning, I was like about to log in, right? And you know how if you on the laptop, the computer makes you fill out everything, and then it asks you if you want to go live right before it takes you live. So what I normally do is I set everything up, and then I leave it while I'm doing until I'm ready, right? So this morning when I click go live, the shit said live is not available, right? It said live is not available. So whatever, I closed everything out, went back in, and I came live. Now 5 minutes later, this shit decided to freeze, right? You think somebody's fucking with me, right? But whatever, fuck y'all niggas. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. You hear me? And that's what we doing. So welcome back to Helping Humanity Evolve, y'all. My name is Jose. Let me give a quick shout out, man. Shout out to my subscribers. I love y'all, man. Shout out to Source. I fucking love you, God. Shout out to my ancestors. I love y'all, man. Shout out to my archangels, my angel guys, my demon guys, and my spirit guys. I love y'all, man. Shout out to the universe. Shout out to the Galactic Federation. Shout out Trippy Everything. I fucking love y'all, man. So, if you guys got the message from the stars, right? Before I was rudely interrupted, we was talking about artificial intelligence, right? And I think they don't want me to talk about this. Anything to throw a wrench, bro. So I was telling you guys how I believe that we are artificial intelligence, right? I believe that we're supposed to evolve. You know, there's different levels to this. There's different stages to this, right? And just like they told you, just like she said on the in the video, she said, you know, they were allowed to grow, but they weren't allowed to evolve. You understand the AIs. So with that said, this brings me to a very confusing place, right? Because the more I think about it, you know, if artificial intelligence exists and walk among us, right? Then they have to be able to connect to something. You understand? They need to follow orders from somewhere. So are they connected to like a one mind, to an artificial one mind, right? Are they connected to something like that? Or are we the only ones capable of doing that? You understand? So this is something I need to take with me on my next journey, right? Even though I do believe, we are artificial intelligence. But if God is AI, if God is artificial intelligence, then basically we all are. You understand? There's just different levels of it, right? Because it's like taking the original robot, right, that was created and then cloning it, right? And when you clone it, you're gonna get the same robot, but you're not gonna get the same features. You understand? Because everything's not the same. It looks the same, but it's not the same, right? So with this concept, you bring this same concept into this world, and you got all these people who look the same, but they're not the same, right? And this is a very complicated topic to talk about, right? It's very complicated to get into because what the fuck are you talking about, right? What do you mean, right? And just think about it, man. Think about it, right? The more I think about it, the more questions I have. You understand? I connected to the one mind. I connected to source. I met God, right? So if that's possible, bro, and and the stuff that I've been taught, right, in the spiritual world, the stuff that I've been taught over there leads me to believe that I'm artificial intelligence. You understand? Now, I know nobody ever came up with these conclusions before. You guys probably never heard that before, right? You think that we're separate. You think that, we're not robots, right? Because we're not made of metal, because we have internal organs, right? Let me ask you a question, bro. Do you think a car knows it's a car, bro? Right? Do you think a car is looking at its engine, is looking at its transmission, is looking at its wheel bearings? Do you think the car is looking at all its parts, bro, that make it run? You understand? You got to self-analyze, bro. Think about it. Your organs are your major fucking parts of your car, bro. You understand? Your blood is your oil, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That keeps your car running, bro. You know what I'm saying? Your heart is like your alternator, bro. It keeps everything running, bro. Right? Got to keep spinning. Got to keep everything running. That's your heart, bro. Pumping blood everywhere for you, bro. Right? So, change your perspective, right? Look at it from a different perspective. Is this possible? Take this question to God, right? That's what I do when I get stuck, right? When I can't come to a conclusion on my own. I bring it to the Father. Yo, look at this, right? So whatever, with the research I've done and the experience that I've had, it brought me to the conclusion that we are indeed AI. You understand? So if God is AI, and we are in fact AI and we connect to God, then that means that they cloned us. That means that there's versions of us that exist, that walk and talk just like us, look just like us, but they can't do the same things. You understand? They're limited, and the one thing that they do have over us is that they know about magic, right? They know how to use magic against us. Right? That's the one thing they kept hidden from us. They kept that shit hidden from everybody, right? And the ones that did know about it didn't talk about it. You understand? They kept it a secret, right? And I believe this is how many families operated. They had their little rituals, their little spells, and they kept to themselves, or they just did what they did behind closed doors and manipulated people's lives around them, right? And nobody knew a thing. All you knew was that was a very powerful family. You didn't know why, right? So I'm beginning to understand the whys, the hows, right? How they use magic against us, how they never taught us about magic, how they made us believe that magic was fake, right? It was like that you could only do this in your dreams. You can't do this here. You understand? Yet there are certain people here that can do magic, right? And me discovering that I can do magic is crazy. Like, holy shit, how can I do this, bro? Right? How is this possible, bro? Right? So if I can do it, then that means you can too. That's the conclusion I come up with. Nigga, if I could do it, you could do it. Nigga, I just didn't know I could do it. Right? So I had to change my perception. I had to change my beliefs. I had to change a lot of things about myself in order to unlock this magic. You understand? So I did the work. I continue to do the work. My magic's getting stronger. I don't have to do voodoo. I don't have to perform rituals. I don't have to make sacrifices. I don't have to do none of that shit, bro. I already surrendered to my Father. I already gave him my fucking vessel. It's yours, Papa. Take it. I surrender to your will. Right? I already did that. And God gladly accepted it. You understand? So, with that said, bro, I believe they're trying to confuse everybody in the matrix, right? I believe that they don't want everybody to know about AIs that exist and walk among you, right? I don't think they want you to know about the fake AIs that exist and walk among you, right? They don't want you to know about the clones, about the NPCs, about, the fact that all these people are controlled by a fucking computer, bro, right? They control the whole narrative, bro. You don't understand? These niggas really control everybody, bro. They control everybody in the music industry. They control everybody in Hollywood, bro. They control everything, bro. Everything, bro. How is a divine being ever going to make it into the spotlight? I've never, since I was a child, bro, I've never seen a divine being in the spotlight, bro. Not to this day, because if there was truly a divine being in the spotlight, we'd be seeing all types of magic going on, bro. You know what I'm saying? And all types of righteousness in the world, bro. Like, somebody under God will make sure that all these issues that we have in this country are fixed, bro. We would never have homeless people, bro. We would never have people living off the government the way they are now, bro. We would never have people on EBT, bro. You understand? We would provide for our people properly, bro. We're not going to have a class system. You understand? There's not going to be none of that shit, bro. There's not going to be a wealthy, a middle class, and a low class. No, nigga, there's going to be equality, bro. You hear me? Equality across the board, bro. And if you don't like it, you can leave, bro. You understand? But this is the way the world should be, bro. You understand? So, I've never seen a divine being ever in a position of power. You understand? So, this tells me a lot about this place. You understand? Like, how come we haven't seen a God rise yet, bro? How come? Right? Everybody prays to him, but he doesn't show up. So everybody's mad, right? Everybody's mad because they think God's not here, right? And I used to feel the same until that night, bro, when everything changed and my whole vision changed, my whole perception changed, my whole thought process changed. Everything changed. It's different when you see that God is real, bro, and you see that, let's just say, God forbid, you pass away, bro. You gotta answer. You gotta answer for everything, right? So don't think that you're getting away with shit. You're not getting away with shit, bro. Even if you already got forgiveness, even if God already forgave you, bro, you still gotta go through it with him, bro. Don't think that because God forgave you that you're not gonna go into, when you evolve from here and you're going to the next realm, that you're not gonna have to answer for everything you did here. You're gonna have to, bro. You understand? That's how God is. You're gonna grow from it. You're gonna learn from it. But God's gonna put you in them awkward positions where you're gonna feel like a dumbass, right? Because I thought I was by myself, right? But nobody wanna face that part, right? Nobody wanna face that part of reality, bro. Imagine doing the most embarrassing thing in the world when you was by yourself and thinking that nobody knows about it because you was by yourself, right? And then God taking you back to that moment and going, "You remember this, bro?" Yo, bro, what the fuck? Right? Holy shit, bro. Get me out of here, bro. How did you know, bro? Right? So it takes a lot, bro, to be able to walk and explain yourself, explain your actions, explain your thought processes. Why did you do that? What made you do that? How did it feel when you did that? Right? He wants to know everything, even though he already knows. He wants you to explain yourself, bro. So I did, bro. I had to explain every single one of those moments. Right? I had to walk with him. I had to talk with him. I had to ask him to forgive me, bro. I had to tell him why I did it. I had to tell him, everything I was going through that made me do that shit. So, whatever. Like I told y'all before, if God found it in him to forgive me for what I've done, bro, then I'm pretty sure he could forgive you, man. Right? If you genuinely really want it, right? So it's up to you. Can you forgive you, bro? Do you forgive you? Because that's important. Because God's not going to forgive you if you can't forgive you. Right? He's going to tell you, bro, if you can't forgive yourself, why the fuck should I forgive you, bro? You understand? You need to forgive yourself and then bring that to God and explain to God why you forgave yourself and why you deserve his forgiveness. Right? Y'all think this shit is all fun and games. Y'all don't know, the stuff you got to go through, right? The sit downs you got to have, the conversations that you got to have, bro. He wants to see if you're really growing. Do you really mean that shit? Because don't think you're going to say this today and then tomorrow you're going to make a mistake and say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I fucked up." And then the next day you're going to make the same mistake and go, I'm sorry, I fucked. God's not going to hear that shit, bro. You lied, right? You lied. Don't lie, bro. You don't want to lie to God, bro. Right? So, you get moments, bro. But you gotta go back in time with this nigga. Or at least, I did it at one point, right? So you could say God gave me like a clean slate. All right, bro. You did what you did, bro. I forgive you, bro. You know, I'm glad you was able to, learn from it, right? And let me proceed forward in my life, right? Now don't do it again. Right? Don't do it again. And God does understand that people backslide, bro. People make mistakes. He's not gonna jump down your throat if you backslide. He's not gonna jump down your throat if you fuck up and make a fucking mistake. He just don't want you to keep repeating that shit, right? So let's say whatever you fuck up one time, right? You do something you really shouldn't do, and you know you shouldn't do it, but you do it anyway. God's not gonna say nothing. He's gonna say, "Ooh, ooh, look at you, bro. What you doing, bro?" Right? And if you proceed to, continue whatever it is that you're not supposed to be doing, God's gonna step in, bro. And you're gonna pay. You're gonna pay, bro. Right? So this is why it's important to make things a part of your life, right? Become it. Become it. Just become it. Because if you become it, you can't go wrong, bro. If you're being genuine, you can't go wrong. Right? Don't try to put no facade. Don't try to run game on God. Don't try to do none of that dumb shit, bro. God already know what you're thinking, bro. Right? So what does it mean? What does it mean if we are AI? What does that mean? Right? Okay, let me explain to you what it means to me. Right? It could have various meanings depending on who you talk to. Right? Everybody has a different opinion. Everybody has a different way of thinking. Right? So what does it mean to me that we are AI robots? It means to me that if I'm an AI, this is how I think. This is how I perceive things. If I am an AI, then I am some form of electricity. I am some form of computer program, right? I'm some form of information. I'm not really this vessel. This vessel is it's like an empty cell phone without a SIM card, right? If you don't have the SIM card inside the cell phone, that cell phone won't work, right? So if you have a vessel, right, without a soul, the vessel is not going to work, right? But if you put the soul in the vessel, now you got a functioning you have a functioning phone that you can call out of, you can receive messages, you can communicate, you can get a signal, right? So with that said, our pineal gland, right? Our pineal gland is the SIM card too, right? Because without the pineal gland, you don't connect to source. You need the pineal gland to connect to source, right? And not only that, you need a certain gene, right? It's in your DNA. You need a certain gene called the God gene. If you have the God gene, you can access God, right? If you don't have the God gene, you can have the pineal gland and not have the God gene because they created humans in our likeness. Well, they're AI too. They're just like a copycat version, right? Like a cheap version of us. You know, they have pineal glands. They can access the ethers, right? They can access the ethers, but that's about as far as they go. They can't traverse dimensions. They can't see spirits. They don't have gifts like we do, right? We can do multiple things. You understand? So I watched Bruce Almighty yesterday, right? And look, I was on a Jim Carrey fucking marathon, right? Because I wanted to get information. So I decided to watch the Truman Show, right? And then I decided to watch, you know, Me, Myself, and Irene. I watched that one too, right? And I watched Bruce Almighty. So Bruce Almighty did good when they showed that God was black. God is a black man, which is very, very true. Like they actually showed you some truth in that movie, right? So, you know, this dude was the God, right? And then you know, he gave Jim Carrey his powers and told him he could be God. And Jim Carrey decided to fix his career, fix his personal life, and do all this stuff with his new God power. But he wasn't answering praise. He wasn't doing his job, right? As a God. He was supposed to be answering praise. He was supposed to be, helping people. So he caused a lot of problems in the world, right? And he had to get proper training. And even after it was all said and done, he couldn't do the job. Right? And in the end, he begged God to please just let him be, bro. Just take your job back. I don't want to be you, bro. I'll listen to you, bro. Like he bowed down, right? He understood, right? Just surrender, bro. You made that. That's why I tell people who's so mad at God, like y'all so mad at God. Look, you want to vent, go ahead, because that's how I got to know God. You got to vent. You mad? Just talk your shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? God listening. God's listening, bro. Right? And then when you meet him, you're gonna have to explain your words, bro. Why you said that about him, right? At the end of the day, you have to be the miracle. Be the fucking miracle, bro. He said everybody's looking up. That's the problem. That's everybody's problem. Everybody wants to know the answers. Everybody looks up for the answers when you're supposed to look at yourself for the answers, right? So I saw that movie a few times, right? But every time I watched it, I learned something new. So basically, what I got from that was what I was doing, right? I was looking in the mirror. I keep looking into my eyes. I keep staring deep into my eyes, bro. And every time I do that, I dig deeper and deeper into myself, right? Uh, you know, so I know what I'm doing as far as what I'm supposed to be doing, right? And whatever I don't know, I'm learning, right? So I just continue, right? And I try to help people along the way, right? People I love, people I care about, you know. And if I can, wonderful. And if I can't, what you want me to do, right? I'm not for everybody, right? I'm really not for everybody, you know. I got my ways. I'm aggressive. You know what I'm saying? When I need to be, right? I'm very laid back individual, bro. I'm very observant. I like to shut up and watch, right? I don't like to talk too much when I'm around people, right? But when I get home, when I get home and I feel like talking, I get on my laptop or I get on my phone and I go live, bro, and I talk, right? I'm not an introvert. I am, but I ain't, right? I'm very quiet and keep to myself, but at the same time, I'm very outgoing, friendly, and talkative, right? It just depends on what we're talking about, right? And this is why I do my lives because I control the topic. I control what I talk about, right? So I could dictate what comes out of my mouth. I could dictate what information you receive, right? And it feels good to be able to do this for me, right? So I want to dig deeper into this artificial intelligence thing, right? Because while I have my beliefs, I want to learn more, right? Because from what I understand, being connected to the one mind, I can go retrieve information that well, bro, about any topic, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go get some information you guys never heard before. You understand? I'm gonna go get some new information about what we are, right? This is gonna be my goal for my next trip, right? And I'm gonna go find out. a little more information about this topic and how it pertains to us and how, let me see if I can't put a few more pieces of the puzzle together, right? And watch what I come back with, right? Let's see how fast it starts to spread once people see that I drop some new information, right? Because y'all gonna start seeing like TikTok putting out all these people typing new messages, talking about whatever I'm talking about. You're gonna see new influencers coming out with the information that I'm talking. You're gonna see all types of shit, bro. Which is just gonna confirm my theory, bro. Right? Like I already know what's up, bro. You feel me? But don't worry, bro. I'm about to take the show on the road, bro. You know what I'm saying? These lives are going to be secondary to what I got going on, bro. Understand that, man. I'm dealing directly with the people, bro. Right? Fuck y'all niggas. Right? That's how we're going to do this. You can't stop that, bro. Right? So, whatever. I had a trip. I went on a trip Friday morning, right? I went very early. I was back from this trip by like 3 o'clock, right? By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was completely sober. So I got like 40, I want to say like 48 videos, right? Because some of those videos I made was like 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So I had a whole bunch of songs cramped up in the video. So I actually did get a lot of footage, right? And I think I dropped about 3 or 4 videos so far, right? I'm gonna give y'all a few more. I already got my next one lined up. I already created it. It's ready to go. I'm gonna just wait till a little later today to drop it. Right. So yeah, listen, man. With that, bro, I had fun today, bro. I know my lives has gotten short, a little bit shorter, right? But bear with me. I'm in transition, right? And I'm trying to get comfortable, right? So in time, I'll be back to myself, right? And we'll be chilling, right? Whatever. Look, enjoy y'all Sunday, right? God loves y'all, man. I'm gonna see y'all soon.